Alright, welcome to my kitchen. This is going to be a special video about how to make my favorite recipe for Play-Doh. It involves this special ingredient. Not only gives it color, it smells great, and it has really good texture. So this is my recipe. Are you ready for it? Okay. First ingredient, 2 cups of flour. Second ingredient, 4 tablespoons of salt. Third ingredient, 4 tablespoons as well of cream of tartar. Fun fact about cream of tartar, it's actually more of a preservative similar to salt, but it gives a nice smooth texture to the Play-Doh, and it also gives it a little bit of thickening. So that's why we use cream of tartar in our Play-Doh. And the fourth ingredient is a 6-ounce package of Jell-O. Now in the past, I've done 2 3-ounce different flavors to try to see what happens, and it's come out pretty great. So those are all the dry ingredients. I started with the flour, then I added the salt, cream of tartar, and the Jell-O. So I'm gonna mix this up, see if you can see. Mix it up so it's really combined. I like to do a little dance when I'm doing it. You can smell the Jell-O. The one that I used today was the berry blue, and I think you'll see why I chose the berry blue. So after that's looking nice, it's looking pretty combined. What do you think? Pretty good? Then I'm gonna add the wet ingredients. The last 2 ingredients I have here. I have some olive oil. You can choose any oil that you would like or that you have in your home. As much as I can. And 2 cups of warm water. Now I used a little bit warmer than warm, but this is when you can see the color come out, is when you add the water. So you're gonna really fold the water and the oil into the dry ingredients. And you're gonna notice that as you're doing that, the oil is gonna rise to the top, because oil and water kind of don't mix so great until you really cook it up. I wish you could smell this video. It smells really good. So I'm gonna keep mixing that. Try to get the chunks out. See if when you start folding it a little bit, you see the dry ingredients kind of sticking out. And you can see on the outside too, tell if there's any flour sticking to the sides or any other ingredients. Once you get all the chunks out, it's starting to look pretty smooth. And then when you get to that point, you're going to transfer it to the stove. And I have a designated pot just for making Play-Doh, because this one's a non-stick, so it really works well. But any type of pot that you have in your house will work for this too. So I'm taking this over to the stove. I'm going to turn on my burner to medium high. I have a gas oven, so you hear that little click. You're going to pour all your ingredients into the pot. It's nice and smooth. Make sure you get all those goodies from your bowl. Just like when you're baking a cake or cookies, you don't want to waste any of it. All right. Now I'm just gonna stir it slowly. See that it starts to get a little bit harder as you warm it up, but you don't want to burn it. So that's why I use a medium heat. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but it preserves the Jell-O a little bit better, and the Play-Doh comes out a lot nicer consistency. So sometimes we just have to be patient. Cooking sometimes takes time. If you rush it, something's happen, you know, something bad might happen. That was a bird. So as we're moving it around, you can see it's starting to maybe get a little darker. One thing I like to do when I use the different types of Play-Dohs was that I can mix. I made different sets of Play-Dohs, and then if I mixed them together, they made it a new color or a new scent or a new flavor. Now you can tell it's starting to get warm, it's starting to thicken up a little bit. Make sure you get the edges too of the pot. Just make sure you're getting everything in there. Sounds like this could be a good time for a dance break. Play-Doh. Boop. It's hot, so be careful, let it cool down a little bit. But as you can see on my fingers, it's not sticky, but it is hot. I don't know if you can see the steam. It's resin. So let it cool off a little bit, and then take a little bit off, test it out. If it's not sticky, you're good to go. Here's a little ball. Alright, so Jell-O Play-Doh. Smells really, really good. Feels really, really good. Thanks for joining me. I hope you all enjoy. Stay safe. See you next time.